Are you applying for jobs in product management you are perfect for, but you do not get many responses? Well, you are not alone. Many qualified candidates get overlooked because they miss the hidden information in job descriptions. Hi, my name is Andreas and I can show you how to decode the job description so that you get shortlisted and be well prepared to ace the interview. In order to do that, I will break down statements from real-world job openings word by word, focusing on two types of competences. Type 1 competence are the obvious competences. They are really easy to identify because they literally can't be found in a statement. Type 2 competences are the hidden competences. They are not so easy to identify because you have to read between the lines. But if you miss them, you can easily get kicked out of the recruitment funnel. So are you ready to get ahead of other candidates and become the job that you deserve? Let's dive in and start reading between the lines. On the left side, you will see the statement. On the right side, you will see the competences that I just announced. For today's episode, I selected a statement that I have found in a head of product management job opening. Similar statements can also be found in senior product management or senior product owner positions. So it starts with define and articulate the product vision and strategy in alignment with company goals. So let's take a look at the obvious ones, the product vision and strategy. So imagine there's a hiring manager or a recruiter and they take a look at your resume, then they should find some evidence that you already have the competence in both areas. This is just some kind of table stakes. But I find already interesting how the sentence starts because it says define and articulate. And if I'm not just thinking about product strategy, it's typically separated in two big processes. There's on the one hand the strategy creation where you create the decision-making framework, and on the other hand you have the strategy deployment where you turn this strategy that you have created in tangible results. The point being, the definition part is more related to the strategy creation. And for this strategy creation, you need strong conceptual skills and also this strategic thinking. It's not standing there, but you will need it. And the second part is the articulate. So when it comes to articulate, then I could think about that they are looking for a person that is able to find the right words for the product vision and strategy. Because it's also not so easy to come up with a very compelling sounding product vision or product strategy. And one thought that I would like to share with you is that we could also try to exchange articulate with communicate. And when we are just thinking about communicating, then maybe they are looking for a person that is standing in front of a crowd and presenting the product vision and the strategy. So they probably are looking for a person with strong communication skills and also strong presentation skill. Now let's move on to in alignment with. So this alignment is also correlated to the company goals. So that also means that the person will have some boundaries within the product strategy and vision can be created. But another thing is also what they are not writing there is that alignment also is related to stakeholders, because what are you going to align? It's the stakeholders. And therefore you also need to have skills in stakeholder management. And in order to manage the stakeholders, you also need to have the negotiation skills. Now let's jump to the last part with company goals. This tells us that the person is looking for a candidate that is able to create a product vision and a strategy within the boundaries of the company goals. It also tells us that the person should help the company to grow the business because the product vision and strategy is connected to the company goals, which is, by the way, also a good sign that this seems to be a quite good company. I also mentioned their goal setting because in order to achieve then the product vision, the strategy, and in order to help with the product goals, you also have to have the competence to set intermediate goals, and that's what I call goal setting. Now let's move on to the second part, identify market opportunities and establish product roadmaps that prioritize key initiatives. The first part is already quite interesting because it starts with identify market opportunities. And they could have also written identify customer needs, but they wrote identify market opportunities. So seems that they are looking for some person that is taking a look at the bigger picture. Because if you define the market as a set of people with a similar buying behavior, with a similar problem, then they want you to identify this market opportunities. And in order to identify these market opportunities, you need to have the competences in market analysis. Now, market analysis is quite a big field, and that's the reason why I also included sub-competences of market analysis. And this is, for example, market research, or also market needs, so that you have the tools to identify these unmet market needs that hopefully you can then serve with your product. But you also need to have good competences in the area and competitor analysis, or to be able to identify trends. Now, market opportunities also require that you have very good analytical skills. Now let's move on to and establish product roadmaps. So again, let's start with the yellow ones, with the obvious product roadmaps. They want a person that can establish product roadmaps. Now I also included product roadmap ownership, and this ownership is connected to establish, because once you establish a product roadmap, people will come to you and they will ask you questions because they know that you are in charge of the roadmap. But the really interesting thing is also that they are speaking about product roadmaps. So it seems that you will be in charge for multiple product roadmaps. So it means you are in charge for multiple products, which then again requires skills in portfolio management, in project management, but also strong communication skills. And now let's take a look at the last part of the second sentence, that prioritize key initiatives. So prioritize gives us an indication that they are looking for a person that is able to make decisions. So you need to have good decision-making competences. And the second part, key initiatives, is also interesting because they could also have written that prioritize features. But they do not use the word features, they are speaking about key initiatives. So they are looking for a person that is more living in the problem space instead of the solution space. And in order to identify these key initiatives, you also need to have competences in the area of needs identification. That was it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. You maybe ask yourself where all these competences are coming from. And this is actually coming from the job leveling matrix. And this is a tool that I have created in order to help product people out there to become the kind of product managers or product owners that companies are looking for, hiring and retaining with above average compensation. It's a tool where I have collected all the relevant competences that you could learn as product manager or product owner, and I even broke it down to the share of the annual salary. If this sounds interesting, then please visit my website to find some further information. And last but not least, please do not forget to like and subscribe. Is the best way to avoid missing future episodes. And if you like this episode, consider sharing it. You probably help somebody else tremendously. With that, have a wonderful day. See you in the next episode.